issues to do with personalities, families, clans, and what have you. And there is need to address that issue. I think this time around we're talking about MCP and the UTM.
Yes.
UTM is a new party. MCP is the old party.
Yes.
But maybe years before we had issues to do with AFO,
yes, that's right.
DPP, and what have you. So I think the issues in Karonga are beyond the politics. They are beyond party affiliations. There are issues to do with personalities as well as families, clans, and what have you. So for starters, as a country, I think we should start looking at those issues now.
Chisomo, what is your reaction? It's always Karonga Central.
Yes, ever since two figures emerged, that is Frank Munefumbo and the late Cornelius Marwanda, we've had those wrangles happening and the violence happening in that particular constituency, stemming from, like my colleague has already said, their clans and also politics. There was a year, I think it was 2014, when People's Party during the primary they chose the late Marwanda, but Mr. Mwenefumbo went on to contest as an independent candidate.
Yes.
And he won that particular election. Come 2019, the two gentlemen went to the polls again, this time with Mr. Mwenefumbo on an afford ticket.
Of the equal number on either side, Chisomo. The officer in charge said 12 cases of violence, people assaulted. 6 are supporters of NCP, all the other 6 are supporters for UTM. Is there any significance in this, knowing at the back of our minds that the two parties are bedfellows in the Tosa Alliance?
Well, I think at the outset, the political parties have said that their alliance is for the presidential stake, the presidential election. At the parliamentary and local government level, they have said they will contest as individual political parties. So I think that understanding has not really sunk in among their supporters, especially for the parliamentary elections, to get to understand that they agree at the presidential level, but when it comes to the parliamentary elections, these political parties are free to choose whether to field a parliamentary candidate or a candidate for the local government election.
But is that the way thing to do? So, is that the way the thing to do? I mean, you have an alliance up there, then on the ground you don't have the alliance, and this is what is happening.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but I think this will bear something bad in the coming election.
Exactly.
Because what is happening now is an indication of the situation that we have in the two political parties. They all feel ruling political parties. They all feel they are almighty parties. They all feel they are all powerful parties. With that ego, I don't think we'll have a smooth ride come at the next election.
And do you see any sense, especially that these are two parties in Tosa Alliance, so they have a block in parliament. Whichever MP wins, whether it's Leonard Marwanda or indeed Frank Mwenefumbo, he will strengthen the voting bloc of government in parliament. So is there any sense in this competition?
No, it's senseless, and this tells us about the alliance itself, the future of the alliance itself. I think we are not supposed to be talking about maybe 2025 or what have you. But now, if these two leaders, two political party leaders, are willing to talk to their supporters, their followers, to discipline them, to tell them what this is good or this is bad. They let it go. Things are happening, violence is escalating. But yes, they are talking, but I don't think they are taking that hard line to say, no, if you do this, this is what we're going to do. So with this soft stand that they are taking now, I think in the coming years, I think it will be very difficult to manage this alliance.
Just in a sense, in what is happening, in a sense, in the two parties featuring different candidates and now fighting blood and violence on the ground?
Yeah, there is some political sense because, as you are aware, the UTM party, which is just new, has only 4 members of parliament.
Yes.
And I think their aim is to bolster their numbers. And we have seen how they have been shopping around for DPP MPs. For
And they got a couple of them.
Yes, they got a couple. And for independent MPs, they are also trying to find their own voice. Because beyond now, although 2025 is very far, they have to probably see how strong they are to probably attract an alliance member of their own, whether they will stick to MCP or they will find somebody else to go into cahoots with. They are trying to strengthen themselves. So that's why we are seeing that they are fielding different candidates and all that. It's still a political game. And MCP is trying to get even stronger, probably regain its lost glory of way back in the decades long ago.
So probably it's not just a question of boosting the numbers, as you're saying, but probably both parties are looking at 2025. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. That 2025.
Is that too early?
I don't think it's too early. There's this thing called planning. There's short term, long term. Yes.
Where UTM has a sitting MP, and then there's a by-election, God forbid, for whatever reason, death is a by-election. MCP should be able to say they had a sitting MP. Let's leave it to them. In Karonga Central constituency, there was an MCP MP, the late Dr. Cornelius Mwanda. They're saying UTM shouldn't have run. Is there any sense in that, Innocent?
Yeah, I think
to keep the integrity of the alliance.
But to non-politicians,
yes.
I think it is making sense. But as Chisomo is putting it, I think it's not about parliament. It's about the political parties themselves. They are trying to gain ground. I should believe that maybe one of the conditions to settle for Lazarus Chakwera as leader of the alliance, maybe it was about numbers.
Yeah,
we have
maybe,
this number of MPs. So I mean, we can't let it go. And that maybe we might have the very same situation in the coming elections, where we will need to have 50+1 as well. We need to
boast the numbers and
everything. So it's for you to bargain, to say, no, this is my share, this is because I have this number of MPs. So to non-politicians, that idea is good, but to politicians, I don't think that is something that one can accept.
So it's fine, Yusomo, that today you are busy shouting at each other, calling each other names. You are a small party, who do you think you are? Oh no, the loans will be processed by me. You are shouting at each other. Then the following day, you are at Capitol Hill, at the cabinet office, doing a cabinet meeting, or at the State House. That's fine.
I think
do you think that's abnormal?
The modalities of how they address each other, they really have to be worked on. It's something new for all of us, for all Malawians. I think this alliance thing, I think in the past most political parties have gone it alone, but now things have changed. They're in the government together. But I think it's also showing some of the true colors. But I also wanted to respond to your issue about should they feature one candidate. I think even if the political parties decided that they were going to feature one candidate, people would still go and contest, members as independent candidates. These members of these political parties, we have seen people that have lost in primary elections conducted by political parties, whether some of them were credible or not credible. They have gone on
to win,
to contest as independent candidates,
and win
some of them have gone on to win. So even if the political parties stop them, it does not stop the people from contesting in the election.
So this is about not only pride but even strategy. That's what you've been saying. That both parties is strategy for 2025.
They are strategizing. Like we have said here, they're trying to bolster their strengths ahead of 2025 election, so that who has more clout.
Yes.
Obviously, as it is, the MCP has a lot more clout. It still has a lot more members of parliament, and we know how crucial having a lot of members of parliament is in terms of passing bills, in terms of even passing the budget. It is very critical. So the parties cannot sit back and just say, "Oh well, we'll wait for 2025."
Yeah, but still, if that is the case, I remember this other day, Saulos Chilima, during his address, telling us to change our mindset. He was saying one of the things that we Malawians must change is being obsessed with 2025. Here you guys are saying probably everybody is talking, all these things are happening over 2025. Innocent.
Yeah, I think on that
he
one.
said it,
Yes,
Yes.
that's what he said. But this time around, it's because we have a by-election.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to grab an opportunity to say, no, this is how we can strategize. But after the by-election, I should believe that people, whether it's a strategy or what, they will be doing that not as it is at the moment. We really need to change our mind, yes, to say we should not be politicking time and again. But because of this particular by-election, people are doing politics. But after the by-election, I should believe that sanity will prevail. However, political parties will continue to strategize
For 2025.
for 2025. And this is the danger now that we have. Yes, the Vice President said we really need to change our
When
minds
said we
for
should be
that.
obsessed with 2025.
But we cannot run away from that because we have 9 political parties.
Yes.
9 political parties. Are these 9 going to be under the MCP, UTM for how long? They might feel that they are also growing big.
But how will that affect the governing, Chisom? If we are obsessed with 2025, you both people are saying it's 2025 that they are dealing with. How are they going to govern? Isn't that going to derail the plans?
Like my colleague has said, it's got to do with this particular election and with every opportunity that the political parties have to strengthen their numbers. But as it is, the focus should not necessarily be just on the politics. But we know that there are people that have been entrusted with various positions. Let them do their job. There's several.
Every election, the competition is very, very tight. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll finish off this discussion and we'll look at the fact that both President Lazarus Chakwera and his vice, Saulos Chima, Saulos for UTM, Lazarus Chakwera for MCB, they have shunned the campaign. It's their boys and girls in the courts that are battling drought in Benghazi, Kalonga Central. Don't go away. The Cauldron on Times TV, and my name is George Kasabula. We are still in the first segment of the program where we're looking at what is happening in Kalonga Central. It's a constituency where, as Jisomo said, it's always been close and tight. In actual fact, it's like the late Dr. Cornelius Marwanda and Frankie Mwenefumbo have been switching the constituents in terms of who represents it in Parliament. This time, there's a by-election because the lady Cornelius Marwanda passed away this year because of coronavirus. May his soul rest in peace. Chisomo, both President Lazarus Chakwera and Vice President Saulos Chidima have shunned the campaign trail. None of them have gone to Karonga to root for their party. They are both presidents for their respective parties, isn't it? So you'd expect they will pop in and campaign. So far, they haven't. Any symbolism in this? Why did they do that, you think?
I think that they have been ably represented. I think I'm thinking that's what they were thinking, that they have been ably represented by their political party stalwarts, some of their stalwarts. We have seen the MCP's General Secretary. He has gone to that to campaign in that election. The UTM party's General Secretary has gone to campaign in that election. We should not forget the other contestants. The DPP, for instance, we have seen even Gudo Gondwe, who is quite advanced in age, going there to campaign. So it's not like they have the absence of the president does not necessarily reflect the fact that the political parties are not taking this whole thing seriously. But I think there are bigger matters that they are grappling with. They just got into government, just over 100 days that they have spent into government, and the cost also that are involved in the president traveling for some of these things just to campaign. I think they have other bigger fish to fry.
Are you sure, Innocent? What Jisom was saying was that probably they are busy running the affairs of the state. Probably they just want to respect each other.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to respect each other because the question would be who is pulling more clouds.
Yes.
They are in the same
So
government.
isn't that awkward? But continue.
Yeah,
Yes.
people be asking, the president put, this attitude, and then the vice president this and that.
And
so,
then there will be pictures on the social media and what have you.
and what have you. So I think it will avoid such embarrassment. I think maybe it's a gentleman's agreement to say no.
Do you think they sat down and say, "One hour, let's not participate"?
I should believe so because whatever is happening
Yeah,
now.
so you don't believe?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Go ahead.
Because what is happening now, had it been maybe the president had gone there or the vice had gone there, and now the violence and what have you, I think it would have been painting a certain picture, which was not good at all. And also, on the other hand, they don't say philosophy. I think they've been telling us that they want to do things differently. The president is there to govern all Malawians. He's not the president of a particular political party.
But have they been well represented?
Maybe,
Has this campaign being about issues or probably the two parties flexing their muscles and talking different things?
no, I think they've been flexing their muscles because they don't have anything to say. They belong to one party. They all do alliance, and the only thing they have now is to jostle each other around. But issues, I don't think they are giving out issues.
So how difficult is it to do for the two parties? How difficult is it to campaign for their candidate? Are they going to talk about loans or a subsidy when none of them can actually, they can only own it together, not separately? You see what I mean?
Yes, I think, it's been very difficult because if you listen to or read the reports that are coming out in terms of what all these political parties that are in the alliance are talking about, it's similar things, which is what brings us back to the idea that the member of parliament, his interests are not, his or her interests are not really in what development policy, what development project am I going to bring here. Supposedly for the councillors, probably let's let them focus on now what members of parliament are supposed to do. They are there to make laws for us. Probably that it will drive Malawians. Maybe in the future, not now, because now people are still focusing on this is the development projects that we're going to bring. But when in actual fact, what is the role of the member of parliament?
Exactly.
That they're supposed to carry. That's what probably in the future maybe, but not now.
Yes, you want to say something?
Yeah, this is a part of personalities, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a part of really.
It's not about policies and whatever. It's a part of personalities. A person with a good personality in that particular area, I think, will carry the day. And also maybe a battle of political parties because they have.
So what was going to win is either MCP or UDM
or UTM.
or DPP or whatever.
Yes.
Not necessarily the individual.
Based on,
Yes. Talking about the violence, let's go back to the violence. When both candidates are quizzed, both, Leonard Rwanda and the UDM's, Leonard Rwanda for MCP, UDM's Frank Menefumbo, are quizzed, they are feigning innocence. Both of them are saying, no, our parties are very peaceful. This is dishonest, isn't it? They know something about it. They know who is perpetuating this violence. It's their people.
Yeah, there are people, and I think we have structures. We say area, branch, and
Yes,
what have you.
yes.
Those are the ones that always are the person behind all this. But the problem we have now is all these parties are ruling political parties. They are all in government. So no one is trying to flex the muscle to say
But I'm ruling.
this is the perpetrator. You have to
Exactly.
deal with it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like they are fighting their own brother. So it's kind of a tricky
difficult.
situation. Yeah, we have.
Chisomo, you talked about something about the fact that there are other candidates in the elections. Yes, there are. Frances Tagoma, for example, an independent candidate, broke away from UDM. She stood for UDM in 2019 elections, but this time, because when Fuba came in, she broke out and ran independent. There is Nelly Sichali of Mbagwaku movement, and of course, the DBB have got their own NST, Marwari. But we're just hearing about these two. Is that much of a surprise?
No, I think it's not much of a surprise. It goes down to all sorts of things. Sometimes we do hear of Mrs. I don't know whether she's Miss, but we do hear of Florence Tagoma.
That's right.
You know, she made a grand appearance the other time when she was going to submit her papers, riding in an ox cart. You know, we have had glimpses here and there of the other.
Is he going to get anything from Menefumbo? UDM's vote?
Probably she will,
Or
because
she will
in
be of
the
no
previous
consequence.
elections she
Yeah.
managed to get around 1,000 votes. So
Yes.
maybe she might improve, or she might go down. But I think that it's got to do with the resources sometimes for you to put yourself out there, because the media, we cannot rule out, plays quite a critical role in all this, because they cover these people and they tell their stories. It was the same with the presidential elections. We heard very little of the other candidate. There was a third candidate there, but we heard very little. It's about the amount of resources and the amount of time or the amount of effort they put in to put themselves out there. And we also don't know to what extent they are really campaigning, to put their name out there, because of this whole issue of resources. Some of them are not able. They might have good ideas what they want to do, but they might be short-changed or affected by the fact that they don't have the resources that a political party support normally brings.
Can you get a surprise on Tuesday? Tuesday night that it's neither of these two people that are famous in Kotsi, Werefumbo and the Rwanda. It's something probably, for instance, Hagoma or Enes Marwari or Nelly Sichari. Is that possible? You completely ruling it out. You either be Rwanda or Werefumbo.
Yes, I'm ruling it out. It's one of those two.
You know that you two are ruling out.
Yeah, I don't see any surprise from this election.
Something that I've observed is that the two candidates are doing a lot of infrastructure development. You someone talked about the role of an MP. They're doing roads, they are doing clinics, they are doing schools. Both of them are doing that. Where are they getting the money? And is it up to them to do that?
No, I think this is what we.
Do you think it will affect the one who has done more is the one who's going to win?
I don't think so. As earlier indicated, I think this is about the party affiliation and the personality. That's what people go for. But looking at the infrastructure and what have you, I think those are things that we normally see contestants doing those things. Others will demolish them after they lose.
Others will beat up people after saying you grabbed this from me, we did this, I'm going to take it out.
Yeah, some repossess ambulances.
So I think the infrastructure will not yield anything.
Should candidates be doing this? Should candidates be using their money to build a school block, grade a road, Chisomo, at the end of the day? Is that what Malawians expect of their MPs or of their candidates?
Ideally, they shouldn't, but it appears that the races have become too competitive, and so the contestants do everything in their books to try to lure the candidate, the voters, and they also take advantage of the perceived ignorance of people in terms of what the role of an MP is. And so they take advantage of that a lot to, hoodwink people into voting for them when perhaps they do not really have what it takes. Because we should also look at what is it that these people are really fighting for. Is it really to save the people? Or there's that bag there at the end of this rope?
It's not what has damaged our politics. Because at the end of the day, I did ask you about this question because
it would be their benefit. If you want to save, you can save even if you're not an MP.
Exactly.
You can save your people, you can save your constituency without being an MP. But this time around, you want to save and you are dangling that carrot to say, no, I'm building this hospital, then when I'm in government, I'll do more. What is there in government, the benefit that these people want to get from the government? So this is the root cause of corruption, massive corruption.
In Malawi, exactly.
In Malawi, yeah,
yes,
sure.
Exactly. This is the Cauldron, and you've just finished the first segment of the program, where we're looking at the Benghazi is here once again in Karonga Central constituency. There's a by-election on Tuesday. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go to the second segment of the program, which is certainly a look at the international story. And this time, what else? Americans this week were choosing a president. Don't go away. This is the Cauldron on Times TV. It is a program that I gather editors to look at the trending stories, both in our country and on the international scene. We are now in segment 2 of the program, and the big story this week that everybody was talking about is obviously the Americans going to the polls, voting in one of the most divisive presidential elections in decades, pitting Republican Donald Trump against Democratic challenger Joe Biden. As we recorded this program, it was still a tight race and too close to call, with the final result probably to be known after a few days, due to the fact that because of COVID-19, voting was also done by post. Chisomo, after the words and the campaigning and issues such as the racial tensions and the COVID-19, it all came down to a Tuesday. Any surprises?
Well, I had hoped for the best. I was in the bandwagon of those that said that Biden would win by a landslide.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that is not the picture that was emerging as we were recording the program. There was no landslide. So in a way, there was disappointment, I think, for those of us and those that thought that the Americans had probably seen what Trump had done.
4 years of Trump.
Yes, and he would lose miserably. But that was not the picture that emerged.
So many things, including declaration of no declaration of tax, but a newspaper bought it. He doesn't pay tax, you know.
He did not declare his taxes. He did not manage the COVID-19.
Bungling of COVID-19.
He did not manage it very well. All those things and the racial tension that we saw really rising, and he kind of funded. We thought that the Americans would show.
So what made those billions that still voted for Trump to vote for him innocent?
Yeah, I think Trump stands for white
supremacy.
Yeah. So I think Americans, in a way, in quotes, they are selfish. Sorry to say, because they just trying.
Those that voted for Trump, right?
Yes, because they feel that they are more Americans. The Democrats, I think, they are a bit open up to say, you know, they accept other people, people from other races. But the Republicans, this time around, I think, the coming in of Trump, I think they are emphasizing much on America first. They're only thinking about themselves and no one else. So I think it's about to do with racial discrimination or being an American. That's the whole point of.
So you think it wasn't like issues like the economy, issues like COVID-19, and it was just voting for making America great again.
That's the whole picture that is coming out, because had it been it was issue based, I think. But as we are recording the program, I think Biden would have claimed it.
Oh, is America great? Let's just talk about it. Forget about the election. But the 4 years of Trump, has it made America any greater than it is, or probably the opposite has been true? So
I think we have seen the opposite being true. We have seen what we know Americans for, supporting certain liberal ways of life. We have seen that they have retrogressed on some of those. We have seen how, like we have talked about, how miserably they have failed to manage COVID-19, being a great economy that they are, having the greatest, some of the greatest researchers that you can have in the world. We have seen the rising tension in terms of racial injustice and the economic injustice that comes with it, because it's not just about racial injustice, but it's the impact that it has on people of other races, and the restrictions that have increasingly been introduced on people traveling to the United States. So I don't think that he has made America great again, but like my colleague said, there are rising levels of white supremacy that are reigning around the world, and social media, new media is really helping to fuel this agenda. And it's not just in America. We are also seeing it in Europe, where there's rising white supremacy kind of thing to say white people are great and all that. Let's do away with all this liberalism, embracing people of other races, people from other countries. There's that rising tension that is saying these people are coming in to gobble up our resources, so let's fight them. So I think those of us who were optimistic should have looked at the trends globally, especially even in the West, where this idea of people from all these other countries are coming in to finish up our resources. Let's try to look inward. It's really a growing trend, and social media is fueling that kind of trend.
Yet, America, for example, as someone is saying, America is a land of immigrants. None is originally from America, but from the Red Indians.
Yeah.
But today they want they don't want the others.
Provided you're white, you're American, and that's what is being promoted at the moment. You look at how President Trump realized the serious issues to do with COVID-19. A lot of Americans lost their lives, and
Most of them black.
Yes.
Exactly. But he seems not to care. So I'm wondering that some people feel that maybe Trump would come to their rescue, or Trump, I mean, another 4 years of Trump, I don't know. But that's how people would think, to say, no, this is my president, or this is the person that I want to vote for. We cannot stand on their way. But it's surprising that things are turning out this way.
Your final word on the U.S. policy, Somo? You're clearly disappointed.
Yes, it's quite very.
that some people still voted for Trump. You thought it's not Trump who should get a 0.
That's what we thought, but I think underlying it is also the political leanings that people have, and the hold that politics has on people. We cannot run away from it. That's what we are saying. Even here in our own case, it's that political stronghold that people that political partyism has on people, and how they still continue to rally behind that political party despite some of the nonsense that is emitted from that political party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the Cauldron, and we've just been discussing the USA elections. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll go to the final segment of the program. It's the newsroom. This week, we saw female journalists from both Long and Blantyre trading under the ban of Association of Women in Media, taking to the streets. What did they do and why? Was it in their place? That's what I want us to discuss. Don't go away. We are now in the newsroom, the media. This week, female journalists in Blantyre and Lilongwe, trading under the name of Association of Women in Media, took to the streets to protest against increased cases in the country of sexual violence. They argued that they too are concerned that despite various efforts to curb this vice, it is becoming rampant, and called on the Minister of Gender, Community and Social Affairs to facilitate the implementation of reform to make sure that the girl child and indeed women are protected from these sexual predators. My first question is to you, Somo. Demonstrations are a constitutional right for everyone, including the journalists. Yes. But yet, some people are arguing that.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Association of Women in the Media for holding such a grand and
the numbers were good. The numbers were good.
Well organized protest. To protest these issues. Indeed, as journalists, as women journalists, we meet all these issues, these stories, we talk about them, we write them, but we really are not seeing that much change. So there is a growing school of thought in media discourse that is saying that as journalists, can we afford to still have this view from nowhere? Does this view from nowhere still really exist? Or we should, as journalists, also be able to say how we feel and to come out clearly in terms of what we stand for. So there's that view that is saying, as journalists, we can do more. And just to also add that we increased our voice. We were still doing what we were doing, which is to tell the story.
Highlighting the story.
We were still telling the story, but on a bigger platform. As we were marching, the stories were being written.
So you decided to be newsmakers instead of because obviously you made news.
Yes, we did.
Both dailies previewed the march, the demonstration. Then the following day, on Wednesday, both dailies carried the bulletins were full of you guys. So you you were a newsmaker instead of yourself reporting on news.
We made news, but it was not about us. It was about the issue.
Okay.
It was about the issues that we were trying to highlight, and we still use our platforms where we're coming from, be it radio,
yes.
those of us online, those that are doing multiple platforms. We use those platforms as well to still drum the message home. We were just expanding the reach of our message to say, okay, we have told these stories, but maybe can we go on a bigger platform? Yes.
Innocent?
I think they said enough is enough.
Yes.
They've been writing about it, and it appears little is happening on the ground. So they had to take an extra mile to say no. I think we've been writing about this, but how the at the end, what we're getting is not what we want to achieve. So it's good that they took to the streets. I think we've been talking about this to say media, they do have issues to worry about. They write about other people,
Yes.
but they don't, do something about themselves. I think this is a good start. There are several other issues that maybe the media would take to the streets for. We have issues to do with equipment. All those things. No one will speak on our behalf. So it's good that we can also amplify our voice as a media.
In terms of generally abuse of women and probably women still, not being fully recognized in the media space, how bad are we in the media? I know that there are problems. Probably they didn't say it, but probably that's the other thing that they were also trying to demonstrate against. That sometimes as media we don't do well. We don't say we are proud of everything that happens in the media as far as the empowerment of women is concerned. Probably is that what they were also. I'll ask the same question to Isomo.
Yeah,
I'm asking.
and I think I was talking to a fellow journalist who said I think on this one we missed a point somehow.
Okay.
There was an issue that attacked the media, not attacking the media, but came out to say media is abusing women, this and that. Particular maybe the media houses and what have you. I think they were supposed to stand at that point to
bring
say, no,
bring that out
yes,
as well.
We are not interested in all these things.
Yes.
But we on that one we missed a point.
Yes. Isomo?
Yes, I think it was all encompassing. It
was encompassing.
Yes,
Okay.
the issues of abuse of children, of which we see the stories,
Yeah.
and of which as women, I think we are particularly touched.
Yes.
Much as we know that our fellow male colleagues are concerned also by these issues. But as a woman, when I see those stories, I cringe a lot. I cringe a lot, and personally, I've come to a point of saying maybe we shouldn't carry these stories. Maybe we are not really having that much impact. And going beyond that, looking at the media landscape, I think women were also speaking out against some of the abuse that goes on in the media itself. We know that there's a case that which is telling the stories, and
Okay.
if we don't see change, obviously we will take extra steps that amplify our voices, but obviously we will continue to use the pain as our sword.
Okay. Innocent, your final word? Unity, togetherness of women in media?
Yes, you need a togetherness and also
That
the
we saw?
numbers. The numbers. I think we are one of the industry that promotes women. They hold high positions. They participate in each and every activity in the newsroom. I think that was something to expose to say, no, we have a lot of female journalists.
All right. On that note, I'm afraid they're telling me my time is up, and that's why we come to the end of this week's edition of the Cauldron. You're with me, Georgie Kasakula. Many thanks should go to Howard Zingo Vera in the final control center for recording the program. My other thanks must go to Sarah Girora for helping produce the program. From everyone, including my guests, it's goodbye and stay safe.